Hello to all my beautiful neighbors. Welcome to on Britt's Block. I am Britt. As you come in, please like the video. It helps me to get in the algorithm so more people are able to see my video. If you have not hit that little red button that subscribe, child, go and hit that button and tell your neighbors, family, and friends to come on over to Britt's Block and find out what's going on. And guess what? I got plenty of room. And make sure you turn on your notification bell, baby, so that whenever I upload a new video, you're going to be informed. So, I'm back with my thoughts of this week's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 8, Episode 7. So, these are my thoughts. So, everything is alleged and in Britt's opinion. And for the people in the bike, these are my thoughts and alleged and in Britt's opinion. So, we started off this episode again with one Tisha. Tisha still at nail party showing her tail. Still trying to confront Stormy and tell her, I want to RSV and talk about this, to her. And Nail was like, well, if you want to talk about it somewhere else. But the way you acting is crazy. You act like you on 10. And then even Kimmy said something about it. And at the point, and then Tisha's in the bed laughing like it's funny. Tisha, you a grown woman. You grown. This is an adult party. And if you want to act like a kid, go to a child's party. Now, you at somebody else's event acting up. Now, if it was your event, we already know you been crying and whining. They in my event crying and arguing and carrying on. You'd have been upset. But yet still, you going to come to Nell event and just act the plumb fool because you got that liquid courage in you. So, all of them decided, you know what? We don't want to hear this no more. They all got up and left. So she pulled Nell down and wanted to talk to Nell. And Nell was like, I done been with you before. Why are you acting like this? Well, that's the old me. This is the new me now. I'm going to start speaking up. Well, baby, this was not the time or the place to speak up. Tisha just don't know a lot of times to read the room. And the room said this is not the time. So she want to see her and run her mouth. And even that, she even said liquid courage. And that's exactly because Tisha act just like Wanda when she get liquid courage. That's the new her. But see, what's going to happen is she going to mess around and somebody going to smack the Wanda out of her. You going to run your mouth one day to the wrong person and they just going to smack the Wanda out of you. Because you don't know how to read the room and you think now you want to be this superhero person and talk to people crazy and it's going to be alright. No, baby. No, sugar. That ain't going to happen. So then Chris and Caillou, Maurice, they over here watching. They went back to all these pictures of Maurice when people arguing, him just standing back in the back, really looking like Caillou, like he crazy. Like, what's going on? Because the men pretty much know the women gonna be at it some way, somehow. Then Stormy went over here, her and Courtney was talking to Marceau, and she was just letting them know, like, what's wrong with your wife? Because I thought we had settled all our differences. And here go Marceau, well, at the reunion, some things said, but my thing is, y'all don't see the fact is, y'all started it. Tisha started it. And what she was saying could be damaging to Stormy's reputation. Talking about she popping pills and all this stuff. So Tisha started it, and Stormy just went on with her, but she finally backed off. So Courtney was like, look, he just taking up for his wife. I ain't taking up for you, take up for your wife. See, that's the problem with Marceau right there. He ain't got Tisha back, front, side, big toe, little toe, none of that. He don't never stand up for her. I don't care. You will fight for yourself to your death because Marceau will not take up for her. He gonna tell me that you take up for your wife. You supposed to. If you're my husband and we're married, you the head. And the head protect the body. You protect your family. You protect your wife from whatever. And especially if a man approach another man's wife, oh, he's supposed to say something. Yeah. Because if you don't say something to a man, that's don't say something to me, oh, I'm going to say something to you. And there ain't going to be no kind words. So he doing his job as a husband, stand up for his wife. More so something that you need to learn how to do, Marsha. Sidebar. Marceau, Leaky Booty, and Caillou Maurice, they always try to talk so deep. If you listen to them explaining something, they want to act like they got a degree in philosophy. They got a philosophy degree. And they up here just talking straight nonsense. But in their mind, they got some good advice, and it's just so deep. When they over here standing in the shallow end of a kiddie pool. Boy, bye. Okay, I'm back from that. Now, Tisha got a lot of problems. And they show up more and more. The more she talk, the more you see problems. She mad at Nell because somebody said about them being friends, and Nell was just saying like, I'm a mentor. Not discrediting that they're friends, but just saying that I'm a mentor. And she said like, it's to your fans. Marceau and Tisha are so jealous hearted. If somebody got more people that like them, they can't stand that. They cannot stand for nobody like nobody more than them. Now you got a T squad. I mean, you got 5. That's good. But all Nell said was that she was a mentor. Not discrediting again that she was a friend. So what's wrong with that? But because she didn't say, that's my friend, my best friend, she gonna start whining again. You upset about that. She is so spoiled. You want everybody to be something to you and be on your side and big you up, and people not doing that. You are who you are. You are Wanda's baby. That's about it. And she whine too much. They jealous hearted. Please don't have no fans. And please don't say now that she your mentor. Make sure, Nell, when you say something that you say, Tisha is my friend. My very, very best friend. To make this helpful happy. And Tisha killed me trying to tell somebody what they should have said to somebody. I said what I said, and I'm standing on it. That's it. At the end of the day, Nell don't need to invite Tisha or Marceau to any other events until they learn how to act. But the party did end up great. Nell is a beautiful woman. I will say that she's a pretty lady. So on to the next. Okay, the next scene is with Chris, Martell, and Courtney, and they out there playing football. And Chris said he want to know how Martell was doing because he wasn't invited to the party, and was he invited to Courtney's party. Soon as Martell come out there, he talking about, well, how y'all doing? Even though can't believe Nell want to pick a side. You the main one that always say, pick a side. You got to pick a side. So she picked her side. And nobody wants you there anyway. Everybody know how crazy and unhinged and delusional and you a liar. Don't nobody want you there. So you like asking Chris, why is she picking a side? She's supposed to. And that's her event. And if she didn't want you there, so be it. You're not her friend like that. And you the main one talking about pick a side, want to get upset when somebody do pick a side. You the one suggested it. When I say it's a laughing moment, Martell gonna say that when him and Nell get in the room, they get along just fine. I guess you would. If she ain't knowing you like you ain't even there, I'll get along with you too. But Martell, in his mind, really think that he has done nothing wrong to Melody. In my opinion, this fool really think I ain't did nothing to her. I don't even know what she mad for. Hello, the boy needs some help. And he talking about being a friend. Asking Chris, well, when did you and Nell talk about me not being invited? He's like, yeah, she asked me, and then she told me what she's gonna do. And he's like, well, I guess you will have to be on your wife's side. Him and Marceau really feel like they should not have their wife's back. If your wife say something and that's her decision, you stand with her on it. So I see this fool got that same thing. And then, then he gon', well, later on, when things happen and y'all really see who Melanie is, because everybody want to take her side, nobody's taking her side. But Melanie goes somewhere she know how to act. You go somewhere you don't know how to act. And you doing all this underhanded stuff, and you making it seem like it's her. No, she's not perfect. Nobody is. But then he's like, y'all, let's see who the real friend was. We'll know it ain't you because you a real liar. That's the only thing you real about. All the real lies that you tell. Martell, go play in some traffic and make sure it's 5 o'clock. So then they were talking about was Martell coming to Courtney's and Stormy Valentine Gala, and he's like, yeah, I'm supposed to be a model, but my body ain't right. So they was talking about Trisha and Ken. My thing is, he can work out with Ken. Ken a man, go work out with him. He can get you in shape. Have you not saw He-Man? He-Man body is He-Maning. You heard me? So yeah, you can go to and get some help from him while you worried about is he gonna be a part. Ask Ken, can we get in the gym and you help me get this body together? And he's talking about his dad body. Martell, you are not a good daddy, so please stop letting that come out your mouth. You are not a good daddy. But that was all with that scene right there. On to the next. And one more thing. I know that, this will be recorded. They're probably going to record it for the show. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over words. But did they really think Mel was coming? She do come to a lot of events when they have stuff, because she a team player. But if she thought or remotely thought Martell was going to be in the building, y'all should have known she wasn't going to be there. While they asking that crazy question, is Melody coming? Okay, on to the next for real now, y'all. Okay, this next scene is with Marsau and Tisha. Leaky Booty and Fishy Tishy. Now, first of all, I'm trying to figure out how they are staying in the Airbnb, but maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 seasons ago. You was just remodeling your house that you were in. So why are y'all not in it? Remodeling the house don't take that long. It ain't like you don't just tore it down and rebuild it. Now, this ain't got nothing to do with this week's episode, but I do see why Kimmy don't want Marsha, Leaky Booty, working on her project, on her build up, because she already know is that he not gonna do it on time. Time is not of essence to him. Because by now y'all should have been back in your old house, remodeled, whatever you was doing to it. Because I think last time they really showed it, they were doing the kitchen, and that's when they was living in an apartment. Now you in the Airbnb. Y'all change houses like most people change clothes. I take my clothes every day though. Come on. So I understand why Kimmy don't want you to on her project, but keep going because they got me all discombobulated. But teacher was just saying, on the green screen, being a wife and a mother and a business owner, just like she lacking time. So first of all, what business owner are you? What business do you own? Because he kicked you out your office, so we know you ain't at your office doing no work. So help us understand, what business do you own? Let us know. So they were talking about Teach asked Marshall, hey, talked to Kimmy about being on the business, and he's like, what business? On your business. He said, well, I talked to Caillou. First of all, it's not his business, so why would you talk to him? Y'all going about it the wrong way. Like last week, Caillou threw Kimmy on the bus about it. So then teacher was saying, she don't want to go down the same road and, have discord with Kimmy again, since they got their relationship together, not with Kimmy saying she wouldn't be a friend. But that's a true statement. I wouldn't be her friend. Her energy and the way she whine and want somebody to be on her side and take up for her, she needs too much attention. She like a baby. I gotta have all this attention 24 hours a day. I need to change me, feed me, burp me. So she trying to figure out, work on this project together. Y'all won't be working on the project together, Tisha. It has nothing to even do with you. So stay in your lane, and y'all friendship could manage how it is now. So then somehow they got on Mel talking at the Black Expo, wanting her to be a speaker. I don't know how in the world that came in came in there, but it did. So in my opinion, Mel living their head. So then Tisha being messy as usual, want to tell Marceau that Mel want to talk to him about what happened, the comment that he made when Martell was locked up. Now Marceau gonna get on the green screen and say that the news contacted him because they didn't know what bald-headed black man name started with M-A-R. Now I know they did their due diligence and looked up who was in jail because did they not put it on the news? So stop trying to make us feel like we stupid and saying that you and Martell got mixed up because y'all two black men with bald heads that got M-A-R at the beginning of your name. Because this is who you are. Right here. And you and Martell don't look nothing alike. And then Tisha, yeah, we always get blamed for stuff. What are y'all getting blamed for? For being stupid. That's about it. For being scanners and the lawsuits, y'all get blamed for that. Now Marsha gonna say every time they try to say something against them, something happened to everybody else. Mel and Martell, Kiki and Armin, Tiffany and what's his name? You not God. Y'all are not that important. If somebody says something about y'all, they life just go to shambles because they said something about Tisha and Marsha. Leaky booty and fish tishy. Like they say something about them, I'm telling you, you gonna get karma. No, bro, no. Okay, Tiffany and Lewis. I had to think about his name. So Tisha started talking about, they were saying that she got liquid courage and everything, and so Marceau was just telling her, she got to start being accountable. He told her she's not 18 no more, which is true because the thing is, she need to learn how to, like I said earlier, read the room, know when to say stuff. She'll just start saying stuff out of the blue and starting confrontation. She feel like, I'm trying to be this new me. Your new me ain't got to be crazy. Your new me ain't got to be so outspoken that new you want to be. So he was telling her about being accountable for stuff. And she said she didn't want to. I don't want to talk about it right now. Then you gonna turn around 2 seconds later and say, well, what you mean by being accountable? And he was just saying for your actions, which is true. We have to be accountable for what we say, what we do, where we go, and when stuff pop off and it's got something, you held accountable for what you do. But y'all, now this chick, I ain't saw her not one time move and get that tissue. She had already had it folded up in a nice little square, dabbing the corner of her eyes. Now if you crying, your eyes are red. Her eyes are not red. Her makeup is perfect. But when she dabbed her eyes and looked at that tissue, it wasn't even a spot, a mascara, a foundation on that tissue. Girl, bye. And won't you start listening to Mary J. Blige song before you get on there? I'm not gonna cry. I ain't gonna shed a tear. She always crying for something. But he already told her, you know what? We ain't even to communicate about this no more. I said what I said. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to be accountable for what you done. Then that's on you. But somebody please tell her from now on, she need to get some dry eye or put a little something on that tissue if you're going to dab it and look at it for the camera can see. Because they catch her every time. But your makeup is perfect. Your eyes are not red. We know a real crowd when we see one t-shirt. But on to the next scene. So the next scene is with Stormy and Mel at a restaurant. Mel came in and she thanked Stormy for coming to the podcast, and Stormy was like, you welcome. And with the news with Sonny and Moses, I'm so over that part. But they talked about that for a minute, and they were talking about the way Teacher was acting at Nell's party. Stormy said she was arguing with herself like, hey, I was in my own little world. She was over there acting fool by herself. I was just sitting there listening to something else. Trying to figure out what's wrong with her. And even the point of, Nell said, she had asked Nell, what's going on between y'all two? And Nell was like, I don't know. So Everybody know that some teacher is on some stuff. And then she let her know that they were talking about the Galentine party that was coming up, and she told her that Martell be there. And Mel was like, you know what? Is Martell there? I'm not there, and I don't blame her because they can't be in the room at the same time together because of him. So Lee Stormy gave her heads up so she wouldn't run into, any problems, because I think everybody probably was thinking, in my opinion, did Mel know that Martell was gonna be there? Now we know. She told her in advance, and she's like, look, I understand, do what you gotta do. So on to the next. Now the next scene is with Martell and Trisha, and she's supposed to be training him. Can you help me understand why he can't train with He-Man? Why you not training with the man versus trying to train with Trisha, whatever her name is, Wonder Woman? Why you can't train with him? Now help me understand too, cause she said, was she gonna get the same welcome, what she got when at Stormhouse. Now, when they was at Stormhouse, he came in there, he had like he ain't never saw a day in the life. Like, who are you? But he come in there, hey, my friend, giving the hug stuff. So why you trying to act like you didn't know her at Stormhouse? And then he tried to make it seem like she was Martez's friend. That's, he knew her through Martez. But yet still, when they hold conversations, you could tell that she knew him as well as she knew Martez. So why y'all trying to play somebody's face? Carlos, please get you some new cast members that can act better than these right here you got. These are some of the worst actors. They need to get an Emmy Award for being the worst actor of the year. So the Hotel asked Trish, how long has she known Scott? She said, I've known Marceau the longest because her ex-husband, which is not her ex-husband, worked up at Monaco with him at the movie theater. And then he asked him, did you go to the parties up there? And she like, what parties? I didn't know they had parties there. And he said, with the women. So she looking like, what? They having parties with women up there. And, glad you didn't work there because they would have got you too. Now, I bet you $20 yesterday when Tisha saw this episode, or when she see this, Marceau going to have a lot of questions he going to have to answer. Because Martell just threw him up on the bus, rolled over him, backed up and rolled over him again because he don't told that girl some stuff she didn't really know. Watch. Hotel said that Chris almost introduced him to Tisha, and he indirectly. We already know that you knew her, so stop trying to use Chris as a pun of letting everybody know that you know Trish in probably more ways than one. And if Trisha and Chris are family, how he didn't know that she was married? And then how did he didn't know that she got a boyfriend that she say she don't had for all this time? Get your storylines together. Now, we've been trying to get Moses to part Tisha teeth like he parted the Red Sea. But now she got them mugs wide open. You can damn near see her tonsils up here lying about Mel. Now, Melody did not grill you. She asked this girl, 2-3 questions? Like everybody else did. And she grilled me. She did not grill you. Grill you if she had 10, 11 questions, just find them out back to back to back to back. So stop sitting here trying to lie on that woman and she was not grilling you. See, that's why we don't like people like you on the show. She got enough problem with these other helpers as it is. And here you go come on here every week. Got your mouth so tight you can't see. Now Moses done finally part your teeth and you can see back to your tonsils, and all it is full of lies. So that's why somebody don't grill you. When you know damn well 3 questions is not a grill. They just questions. So Kimmy asked the question, Nell asked the question. So and Storm will ask you 57 questions. That's the one who grilling you all the time. But yes, see, you gonna get with Martell and say she grilling. Did you grill her back? What reason would she have to grill her, Martell? What reason would she have to grill her? Because y'all ain't together. You can't come. You don't need to be in the building when she at. That's the question you want to ask. He up here rolling his neck. When people ask you questions, you need to follow up the same questions that they asked you. Why? What's the purpose? What was the purpose of her asking her the same question she asked him? Because they not in the same situation, dummy. This girl got a husband and a boyfriend. And Mel is single. So what? Ask you the same question because you had a wife and a girlfriend. Oh, he get on my nerves. So Trish started explaining to Martell that Ken was her boyfriend when she was still married. And I don't understand why he always got to feel like he got to throw Mel up. Yeah, that's just like Mel, she thought we was divorced. She thought we was separated. Ain't no papers being filed and nothing. Ain't talking no lawyer. And she was with somebody else. Sir, she left you because you was with a woman that wasn't her. You was with Coleslaw. She got back with you again, and you still was with Coleslaw, and she got tired of it and left. It's like he don't realize or understand that the reason why your marriage is destroyed and y'all not together is you. You are the source. You are the problem. When the show first came on, Melon wasn't going to do it because why? Martell had been cheating on her. So it's like he forget that, oh, I cheated. It was me. And then he was asking her, was she going to sign papers? And she said about one day in the future. See, I've been stooping on her page. And she said they've been together for 2 years. So if you go back to February 2024 and you come on up, boy, they got all these pictures of him or her. They going somewhere, they showing where they on the show now, popping up. And if you go past February, you don't see another picture of him and her to February. And somebody else posted that picture of 2023. 2022, I didn't see no pictures in there, so that would make 2 years. Because I've been doing my due diligence on looking to see what's going on. So this is right here is just all for show. They can go ahead and exit stage left because they have no purpose or meaning of being here. All she is Martell's side chick. He tried to get her on this show so she can go around here and harass and spew lies on Melody. That's it. Because if she wanted to get a divorce, she could have been done got one. You ain't got to go to that person, file them papers. That's what the lawyer's for. You go file the papers, and you pay them to talk for you. You ain't even got to pour out your lips like you normally don't. But as soon as you got something to say about Mel, you see a damn tonsils back there. So now I already see she got to go. Because here you is another one trying to be on the side of wrong. I'm sign the papers in the future. What's the future? Tomorrow? And you want this man to continue to hang on, and he been there per se 2 years? I wish I would hang on to somebody, and you won't sign them papers. You ain't even giving thoughts. I'ma think about it. That shouldn't be a thought. That should be an action. Whew, y'all, she just pissed me off that fast. Cause you don't hold up by the life. That's all she doing is holding up He-Man life. She need to move on. Child, on to the next. Okay, the next scene is with Mel and Marceau Leaky Booty. They first started talking about the Black Expo, and she was just asking him how did it go, and he said it went good, and asking did they take some of the advice that she gave, and they did, which you knew they would because they stole the advice from somebody else for this expo anyway. But she asked him when all that happened with her and Martell, why he sitting there looking at her like he feigned ignorance right then, like, what are you talking about? What's going on? Why we here? She said, when you made a statement to the media, like, why did you do that? He said, that they kind of intertwined. No, y'all not. Where do you get that from? Y'all are 4 different people. Marceau, Tisha, Melody, Martell. Y'all are not intertwined anyway because you on the show together. Don't make y'all intertwine. I mean, how stupid can you be? Mel and Marceau got their own issues. Martell got their own issues. Tisha and Marceau, y'all got your own issues. Y'all don't live together. Intertwined is when we together, we brothers and sisters, we family, something. But you not even that. So where did you get that from? Help the people in the back understand. And for him to say when Martell got arrested, it was I can't get around. It was going around the news station that it was Marceau that got arrested. How? Man, okay. You about to make me lose my mind, because as newscasters, they have got to give out the real news. They can't falsify information. So they already knew who it really was because they had a picture with a name that said Martell. So how you coming up with they thought it was you? Tell that lie on somebody else, not the news, because the news can't falsify. Can't say, not gonna say they haven't, but they could be liable and sue for defamation of character for giving out false information. I mean, hello. And since he said he got the text message, show it to me. Prove it to me that they text you and asked you that. And why would a news station text you versus calling you to find out the real information? Because we know they got your number if they text you, damn it. She said, Mel said, I don't know how they would think it was you. He told me it's the M-A-R. That's Mar. I mean, spell out the whole name. The M-A-R gonna make it seem like it's you. Come on now. Mel let it be known that people have said something, asked her about their situations, about the lawsuits, and she said nothing. Which is correct, because every time something come up with Marceau and Tisha, you'll never see Melanie posting or saying anything about it. And he's talking about a personal friend asked him that. So that means, is that personal friend really working for that particular news station? Because then he showed her the text and got on the free Martell. And won't nobody, even as a personal friend, be having to text you as a news anchor, because they will have the real information. And again, Melanie was like, okay, I don't have personal friends ask me about y'all, but what I do, keep my mouth shut. Honey, but then when she read that said free Martell, she said free Tisha. Which is a true statement, because I wouldn't marry Marceau to save my life, because all Tisha did was change from one parent to the next. Marceau got 3 kids, Tisha, MJ, Macy, and Mila, because he talked to her like she his child and beneath her. So after that, y'all, it was to be continued. We'll find out about the rest of the conversation next week. So in conclusion of this week's show, it was pretty good. We see at the beginning, Tisha need help. I wouldn't invite her to another event that I have, because she don't know how to act. And she already let you know that the new Tisha has arrived. The new one Tisha has arrived, so you already know I wouldn't invite her to nothing. If it ain't the kids' party where she can go out there and jump around in the bounce house and get her energy out, she won't be coming. And Marceau and Tisha, a waste of time. He already knows she's not going to take accountability, so I wouldn't even be talking to her about that. So they're no longer going to talk about it. But they will be talking about when Trish told, Martell told Trish about them women up there at Monaco at the movie theater, because she going to want to find out that information. And Marceau, he is a real bitch. He always in somebody's business, always running that mouth. And he gonna learn one day it's time just to shut up. You know, he always got these deep thoughts. Your thoughts should tell you sometimes to shut your mouth. When people ask you about somebody, I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know at all. But y'all, that's all I got for you. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry. My thoughts. So, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. And y'all already know what to do. And let's have a great day on purpose.
She got the news, the stories. I'm over here.